What's going on, everyone? We have the CFTC cross-border swaps regime to talk about. To talk about. Margin go brr. So what are we talking about here? So SBS, it's a security-based swap, and basically this rule it became effective on November 13th, 2021. But swap dealers or major swap participants are not required to comply with the new rule until September 14th, 2021. Hey, look, another date for you. The requirements of the new rule do not apply to swaps executed prior to September 14, 2021. Reliance on certain counterparty representations is permitted until December 31st, 2027 for representations only obtained prior to November 13th, 2020. Notwithstanding the delayed compliance schedule, certain foreign-made swaps are exempt as of November 13th, 2020. So on November 13th, 2020, the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission final rule on the cross-border application of aspects of the swap regulatory regime under the Commodity Exchange Act became effective. However, September 14th is when SDs and MSPs must comply with this rule. And this has been in development since early 2012. So here's yet another one that's been in the works for quite some time. So what mean, bro? Well, the cross-border rule addresses the cross-border application of the registered thresholds for swap dealers and major swap participants, and the categorization and cross-border application of certain regulatory requirements applicable to those entities and previously addressed in the CFTC guidance. The cross-border rule also addresses key definitions such as the terms U.S. person and guarantee, and replaces the previous conduit affiliate category with a new significant risk subsidiary concept. Additionally, the cross-border rule formalizes a process and standard of review for the CFTC's grant of comparability determinations regarding a foreign jurisdiction's regulation of SDs or MSPs for substituted compliance purposes. The final rule adopts a risk-based approach that consistent with the applicable section of the CEA and with due consideration of international comity principles and the Commission's interest in focusing its authority on potential significant risks to the U.S. financial system, advances the goals of the Dodd-Frank Act swap reforms while fostering greater liquidity and competitive markets, promoting enhanced regulatory cooperation, and improving the global harmonization of swap regulation. So security-based swaps, they're bringing down the hammer on them. So far, we have Sweden, United Kingdom, Germany, and Ireland as well. And what about Brazil, man? Let's check Brazil out. But anyways, this hit the register today, a notice of substituted compliance applications submitted by UBS AG and Credit Suisse AG in connection with certain requirements applicable to non-U.S. security-based swap dealers subject to regulation in the Swiss Confederation, a proposed order. Now, this affects GameStop and AMC because both of these entities here have positions. So, on August 6, 2021, market participants will begin to count security-based swap transactions towards the thresholds for registration with the commissions as SBSDs. Exchange Act Rule 3A71-6 conditionally provides that non-U.S. security-based swap dealers and major security-based swap participants may satisfy certain requirements under the Exchange Act, Section 15F, by complying with the following regulatory requirements of a foreign jurisdiction. Substituting compliance potentially is available in connection with the requirements regarding business conduct and supervision, chief compliance officers, trade acknowledgement and verification, non-prudentially regulated capital and margin, record keeping and reporting, portfolio reconciliation and dispute reporting, portfolio compressing, and trading relationship documentation. In short, hedgies are fook. The noose is getting tightened around security-based swaps. They want to make sure that the other party and forced jurisdictions are not presenting a giant risk to the United States, and the noose is tightening. That's another date. So we have cross-border swaps regime, we have the CAT system, we have the CT&MS plan, we have the SFT service, we have the market disruption events, we have the FINRA rule. Jeez Louise, everybody. Zen state mode time. It's the end game, everyone.